Good day everyone! How are you? Are you still fine? My name is Cyril Mohika and I am from BSc and BSE 3, major in English. For today's video, I will going to discuss the other things that we need to consider when we are writing a literary journalistic essay. The last report or discuss only two, and the latter part of it will my report. Will the things that I will discuss for this time. But before that, I have two objectives. I have two agenda. The first thing is to know the other things that we need to consider when we are writing a literary journalistic essay. And the last one is to give the importance of using scene, during, when we are writing a literary journalistic essay. First is observe your subject, meaning observation. You need to do observation. A good way to learn about the person or topic is often by means of observation. There are a lot of things that we need to know when we do observation. First is, what is your subject wearing? Next is, what is your subject saying? And last one, how is your subject behaving? And you can also immerse yourself in the story for becoming a participant. When you know what is happening in your subject, then that is the meaning of observation. And when you do observation, we try to look beyond on the happenings around us, and that is the important thing when we do observation. After we know how to do observation, next is interview or conducting an interview. An interesting quotation from a subject matter expert or from the witness to the events can turn a dull story into ones that capture the interest of the readers. If you are going to create good non-fiction, you must know how to interview. And here are a few tips. First is make a list of questions to ask. How are you going to make an interview if you do not know how to ask? So you have to prepare yourself after or before you do interview. Next one is to take pen and paper or tape record. When we do interview, we have also materials for us to record their saying, their comments, the quotations from them, from the persons you are interviewing, and important events. Next, or a third one, is to, interview a subject matter expert. That is the most important. And the fourth one is to ask the person you are interviewing that she or he stop talking while you are attempting to take notes. Number 5 is after the interview, type out your notes, or you have to type out your notes. Number 6 is save the toughest question for last. Number 7 is don't quote a subject matter expert out of the context. And number 8 and last one is to don't fabricate quotation or don't quote non-fact or false idea. Last one is use dramatic scene. When we are writing literary journalistic essay, we should always incorporate the technique of scene building into the essay. So what is the meaning of scene building? Scene building is not a narrative summary. Scene building is not exposition. And lastly, scene building is not a voiceover. Scene building recreates an events or experience in the minds of the readers. Scene building creates dreams in the minds of the readers, and it's just like a scene from a film. Next is the elements of scene. There are 6 elements of scene, which are time, place, details, dialogue, action, And details and descriptions. First is the time. A scene takes place at a particular time, just like what we have in the place. A scene takes place at a particular place, but place provides context and creates mood. Next is details. A scene also includes important details. Details are concrete and specific, and a scene also includes sensory details. The fourth one is the dialogue. A scene includes a comments and conversation. The fifth one is the action, meaning a scene includes confrontations, crises, or the action or the reactions of the people. And the last one is the details and the description, meaning a scene uses sensory images. Always remember that details reveals the underlying story or the universal truth. That's all for this time. Thank you and God bless.